Hello everyone and welcome to your makeup tutorial. First thing first, you want to moisturize your skin. You want to do this at least 5 minutes before applying any product so that it has a chance to really moisturize. You're going to prime your skin. I use something with glycerin in it to keep makeup on all day. Helps make my face kind of sticky. I apply that with a damp beauty blender. I'm using the Real Techniques sponge in this tutorial, and then we're going to put on a thick layer of foundation. I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro-Matte Foundation. I'm putting on about two pretty thick layers of this. You want to create a new canvas on your face. You want to take all the imperfections and try and make them as clear as possible and give yourself a blank palette to work with when we go to put a color onto our face. Now I am applying some concealer. You could also just apply more foundation. The concealer is nice to add extra coverage, some extra product on your face. Again, just continuing to perfect that base. And I am putting all of this on with a damp beauty sponge. You could also use a brush. You could also use your fingers. Make sure it gets nice and blended in. Don't forget about your creases of your nostrils. Don't forget about your neck and your ears. Now we're going to go in with a big fluffy powder brush and the face powder of your choice. You can use a translucent powder if you think you have enough coverage. You can use a powder with some color to it to add even further coverage, again, further perfecting that canvas as much as you'd like. Really pile that on. Get some product on the brush, put it on your face, more product, put it on your face. I'm going to go in again with my damp beauty blender and help meld the foundation to the powder to make it a seamless finish. And then going in with some setting powder and dabbing that with the damp beauty blender to help meld everything all together and to make it last all day long. Some days you're going to be wearing this makeup for up to 12-15 hours. You want it to last all day long. I'm going to put some blush on as well, using any blush you like. Any sort of pink color. If you have a darker skin tone, go for a more red blush. The lighter your skin is, the more pink it should be. And then I do my brows as a normal part of when I am doing my makeup. If you do not do anything to your brows, then don't. This is a perfectly optional part of it. It helps. For me, it helps the look all come together, and I like having a bit of a statement brow. But if you're not comfortable, then don't. When you do get your brows on, breathe a little sigh of relief. And we're moving on to our eyes. This is going to be painstakingly slow, you guys, and it's going to be really frustrating, especially if you've never worked with blue eyeshadows before. It can be really, really difficult. What you're going to want is a couple big fluffy brushes. You're going to get product on all but one of them, and you're going to use one smaller pencil brush as well. So going into the blue, ever so lightly, just outlining where this line is going to be. We're just putting blue underneath our eyes. You're going to be putting gold on your eyelids later. So going in with that blue, very lightly sketching out where that line is going to be. This is going to be the line between the black and the dark blue. We're going to go black, dark blue to lighter blue to gold is basically going to be this gradient we're going to have on our cheeks. This is not sped up at all. This is real time. Exactly how slow you should be moving. It's going to be painstaking, but just keep using very light pressure, very little product on your brush, and just blend, blend, blend. Someone count how many times I say blend in the next 10 minutes. It's going to be a lot. So now we're going to start going in with that teal, creating that gradient right underneath the blue there. This is a longer haired tip brush. And it is fluffy. Again, like brushes, or just experiment with them, see which ones work best for you. This is a Real Techniques brush. Wet n Wild makes an amazing line of brushes that are cheap. And Morphe brushes make great brushes as well. I'll leave some links in the description for you guys so you have a little bit of background. So this is coming in with a pencil brush or any sort of shorter, more coarse brush, and we're going to slowly start adding the black in. A good technique for a look like this is you go in with a little bit of blue, you add some black, you go back in with the blues, blend it all together, and then we're going to add more black. Then we're going to go back in with the blues, blend it all together, add more black. Always blending every time we add black, because we don't want any harsh black lines. We want this all to be blended. There's that word blend again. So you're going to come in back in with that brush you use with the blue, and you're going to blend that new black line in, so it's no longer a harsh black line. We start to get some grays in there, adding in a little bit more black with that smaller brush. We're going all the way from the inner corners of our eyes all the way to the hairline, skipping our nose but creating sort of a mask beside that. Mixing both of those blues together just to add a little bit more complexity to those colors. We're once again blending in that black, and we're also going to start building up that color of the blue. You are not going to get the effect you want if you go in with just a whole bunch of blue at first. You have to slowly build up the color. This is the biggest fluffy brush I own. There's no product on it. You want to work with at least one big fluffy brush with no product to help you blend everything all together. So you've got your brush with just black, your brush with just blues, and then you've got your big fluffy brush with no product on it. And again, we added black, we blended the blue, and then we blended it all together. So you see how that kind of got muddy up there where I'm putting that concealer? I'm just gonna put some concealer, dab it with my beauty sponge, clean it up just a little bit, and then move on. This is not a look that has to be perfect by any means. This is a look that is a little dark, a little smoky, making sure everything is nice and blended out. Now we're going back in with some black. We're going in with eyeliner all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner along your waterline. And then once you've added that black, you can kind of start to see we need to add more blue now. We need to keep intensifying this blue to match the intensity of the black underneath our eyes. So once again, going in with that blue, the dark blue and the teal, all three of those blues mixed together, and then with that brush with no product to blend it all together. Now we're adding more black. We're putting mascara on our top and bottom lashes. I find putting mascara on to be easy. It gets easier as you practice. For those of you who don't ever wear makeup, just practice putting mascara on. It will get easier. You want to kind of wiggle the brush at the roots, and then as you come to the tip of your lash, kind of rotate the brush. Here we are again, intensifying the blue, blending the blue, adding more black, blending the blue, blending the black and blue, adding more blue. It's going to be a little bit of a process. Just keep, every once in a while, stop, look at yourself, try and get a big mirror that's kind of far away, get a mirror that's closer to you, look at what you're doing, adjust as you go, move slowly, and blend, blend, blend as you go. Don't expect anything to just magically come on all at once. Now we're going in with the gold. So this is a gold highlight that I'm using. You're going to be using the glitter icon from Wet n Wild, and I haven't worked with that specific product before. You'll either be putting it on with your fingertip or with a big fluffy brush. So I highlighted my face, and then my camera stopped recording, and now I started recording again. So again, the gold is going on your cheekbones, the tip of your nose, and also on your Cupid's bow right above your lip. And this will be with either your fingers or with a brush. You just want the teal to blend into the gold, and you just want it to look sort of misty and beautiful and glowy. I skipped putting on the blue lip. We are not doing a blue lip. We're doing that cranberry reddish lip that I assigned to you. So put that on, and then we're going to add gold glitter to the Cupid's bow and to the center of that bottom lip. That's going to give us kind of an Egyptian goddess sort of look. On to the hair. We need to run a flat iron through our hair. It does not have to be a perfect straightening job. Just like how you see I'm doing, I put my hair into two sections. As I brush through some hair, I then run the straightener through it. Don't use the highest heat setting. Don't have to get every strand of hair. You just want it to be as sleek and as straight as it can be. you need to make sure you're giving yourself enough time in the morning before you are required to be wherever we're meeting. You need to make sure you give yourself time to do all this in the morning. This probably took me a good 65 minutes to do all of this for you. So we're putting our hair into a high ponytail, and then you're going to need hairspray and a fine tooth comb to brush it back and make it sleek, sleek, sleek. You don't want any bumps, you don't want any flyaways, and once again, you need this to be able to last for 12 to 15 hours. So really load up on that hairspray, spray your face with some finishing spray, go back in with that damp beauty sponge and blend it all together, and that is the completed look. We are going to add a little hair accessory to the base of that ponytail to give you even more of an Egyptian goddess look, but that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck this season!